We're here. We're in France, Paris. We're waiting for our tour guide bus. So we're at the airport, and this is what it looks like in the airport in France. I went in this little shop right. Dang it, it's not letting me zoom. There we go. This little shop here. Oh my gosh, right there. And it smelled really good, even though it's just a little shop that has packaged cookies. It smells so good. Anyway, so we'll let you know when we actually see real stuff. We love you. We're in the underground, getting on a train. We are at the Louvre, which is a very famous art museum. Tons of amazing art. Every single room and ceiling is just decked out gorgeous. So we're just showing you a little snippet here. The courtyard outside is gorgeous. I can have some video of that I'll show you later.
This is the famous Da Vinci. It's called Madonna on the Rocks.
Madonna on the Rocks. I'm going to take a picture. Okay, so this is the outside of the Louvre. Goes all the way around. It's still going, and then it like turns and it goes along another way. And we stood under that little arch right there, and we bought some stuff from little street people. Try to get you to buy stuff. We haggled and got some little Eiffel Tower keychains. Little pink one for Miss Ev. Hi guys, say hello. Say hi, Abby, love you. Miss you.
Hi guys, it's 10:18 in Paris, and I don't think I've slept for 36 hours, and I'm going to sleep. So, love you, Cohen, Evelyn, Mom, Dad.
Hey, Evie, I loved seeing you play airport. Like, you were hanging out with us. You're doing what we're doing. We're tired. We love you.
So, send me a message tomorrow. I'll get it when I wake up.
Tell us what you think about the cool stuff we showed you at the Louvre. Good morning, you little stinkers.
Good morning.
I loved seeing your little faces and Cohen on his swing. Heaven on earth right there. We slept pretty good.
It was easy to sleep good after being awake for 36 hours.
Yeah, and actually having a bed. So I'm going to hurry and show you our little hotel room, and then I got to get ready because we got to go to Versailles today.
The Louvre was awesome. Today's Eiffel Tower and Versailles, so.
And I have some pictures I'll send sometime. There was a statue that I took a picture of, well, two of them, especially for Cohen and Ev because of the book that we're reading. Does that get you interested? So I'll tell you a funny story real quick too. So we were getting off the plane in Paris, and we were having them check our passports, and I was getting mine out, and one girl at each window, Athena and Alexis, and the guys were just speaking French, and they were saying, do you have a parent or something? And Athena's like, yeah, this is my sister. So what they were asking is, where's your mom? Is your mom here? And she goes, yeah, right here. And they busted up laughing. Like, they couldn't stop laughing, these French guys. And then I walked up and I'm like, I'm the mom. And they're like, okay, and they just thought it was so funny. And anyway, so the girls couldn't figure out, like, why are they laughing? And it was just funny because we can't speak the French. Anyway, so hold on. Okay. This is our room.
It's just two beds pushed together.
Two beds pushed together. There's a little crack right in the middle, but it works fine. This is our amazing view. It's not amazing, P.S. They're like building something in the middle right here. Maybe a courtyard, another hotel. Yeah. So the city's out there and over there. It's super huge. So we're still in Paris, but we're actually like 5 miles away from like the middle of Paris. So, this is our little bathroom. And the girls are upset because there's like no hand soap. It's just very basic. And this is what I thought was funny. So this is the toilet paper everywhere that I've seen in Paris so far. It's like upside down Kleenex. So you only get that much unless you want to just keep pulling out. Now this is the toilet, and I know it's weird, but I know that the kids will think it's funny. So really deep, and this is the little button. You can choose like which one, if you're peed or pooed, if you need more water. And it just does that. So it's not like water's in there all the time. It just hurries and gives a bunch and flushes it down. There you go. So that's how you do stuff in Paris. We went on the metro last night. We walked, we rode a bus. We went on like a tracks, like kind of train that they have through town. So we've seen a lot of just people walking around and doing their thing, and it's been delicious too. But we love you guys. Have a good night, morning. What? Are they going to sleep right now?
It's the middle of the night right now.
Oh.
It's like 1 a.m.
Oh,
midnight.
crap. Well, get to sleep.
Really, I think it's midnight for them.
Go to sleep right now. So we are in this adorable cafe in the middle of Paris, and we are going to go to the Eiffel Tower soon, and we're going to also be passing where Napoleon is buried. So he is buried inside this side. So that is where Napoleon is buried, in there, and the rest of the grounds behind it used to be a hospital for injured soldiers. And he was buried in the very middle. So there's many, many honored soldiers that get to be buried here. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. So we're just having a little break, going to the bathroom. This is the little cafe. They're down the stairs. Look at these hedges and trees. They're all making an arbor. This is just some of the mazes that they have through Versailles as you wander through. And this is the Basket du Dauphin. So I don't know what that means except for princess. Next queen, Dauphine. So you can go any different way. Oh yes. So this is the center, and then it branches out. So cool. Look at this in the very middle of one of the gardens. That's a fountain, and all of these along the sides are fountains. Do you know what they did here?
Do you know?
Yeah, do you know what they've done? What this was?
Oh.
Hello. It is 10 o'clock here in Paris. We are very tired. We had a long day of seeing fun stuff. And tomorrow, our tour leader is scared that we're going to miss the train to Italy, so he's making us get up at 3 a.m. to make it to the 5 o'clock train.
6 o'clock.
Don't say that.
6:30.
He's making us get up at 3 a.m. to go to the 6:30 train, which is half an hour away from the hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe 45 minutes if there's traffic, but not at that time. Anyway, Cohen, Evelyn, miss you, love you.
Drop my phone out there.
I'm going to show you the Eiffel Tower from our hotel room that's 30 miles away.
It's clear out there.
Oh, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Can I zoom on this?
Yeah.
Oh, as I'm zooming,
It's right here.
it's this one.
So the other things are just like sticks.
I think that's as much as I can zoom. Oh, there we go.
Oh.
Now you can see it's an Eiffel Tower.
One of them is the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower from 30 miles away. We're probably not that far.
10.
Anyway, the Iron Monster, as our tour leader or tour lady would say.
She did not like it. Notre Dame is the thing that everyone in Paris loves, and native Parisians hate the Eiffel Tower. It's an Eiffel. They wanted it to be taken down, and it never got taken down. That was the plan, just to build it for the World's Fair and then take it down, and they didn't. So now it's there, and she hates it. But we got to see a lot of historic places on the south left bank of the Seine. That's the river. And we went past the catacombs that there's a line, but it goes down, so we didn't see them, but we saw the line. And then what else? We saw millions of things that were very old and really awesome. And then we went to Versailles, which we showed earlier, and it was huge. and amazing, and the gardens just, oh my gosh, they go on and on and on and on. Then we spent like the evening walking around Paris waiting for our dinner reservation, and we ate. We ate a lot of macaroons. What flavors did you get?
Vanilla, passion fruit.
Vanilla and passion fruit. I had lavender and salted caramel. Athena had Marie Antoinette and I don't remember her other one. And Alexis had lavender and something else. But Marie Antoinette flavor was from Versailles, and they all were so good. Like, I don't like macaroons in Utah, but these ones are very good. And there you go.
That's okay. Okay, well, good night. See you tomorrow. Love you tons. Tomorrow we'll be in Italy.
Italy. So we got here, and this girl in the black jacket was playing, just pounding on the keys for like 20 minutes. This guy sits down, plays beautifully, and she comes back and starts pounding on his keys. After trying to ask us for tips for her playing, we want to pay for her to stop. But we're at the train station. It's 5 in the morning, and they have a little baby grand piano in here. It's classy, very classy. Oh my gosh. And now she's just asking everyone for €1. There's pigeons. Oh, where's the pigeons? I heard them just fly by. Oh, now she's talking to her, asking for money. What a crazy. Oh, there's all our luggage. And there's some pigeons. And they have this beautiful staircase and beautiful architecture. Huh?
Cigarette?
No.
Okay, no.
She's asking everyone for a cigarette. Do you want to give me one, or you want me to give you one? Because I do not have any. Hey babe, I like that lady. Funny?
Yep.
Crazy? Awesome.
Just a young.
Say, this is Colin Ev.
Oh, hi. What do I say?
Tell them what you've been doing.
Okay, so we've been to the Eiffel Tower. We've been pretty much everywhere. We got to see the original Mona Lisa, and it's been really cool.
What is
Bienvenue aux voyageurs et étudiants
Sorry, I was talking to
129 à destination de Marseille.
Nope. What?
Oh, it's just being so loud. So, I really enjoyed the Palace of Versailles. Like, they had a lot of paintings and stuff, and that was really cool. But I really liked the statues in there, because it's like all of them are very like fancy and very detailed, and they're everywhere. Like they're
It's made of marble?
Yeah, it's made out of marble. They're super fancy and everything. Like,
But their clothes look like they're like...
yeah, the clothes are like really good. And like the thing is, like, yeah, there's the stuff in the palace. The palace is really fancy, but I feel like the gardens is the better part of it. And like, okay, so I tried an eclair. They are way good. Croissants, waited today, made the whole group a little late for waiting a croissant today. Their croissants are so good. Like, the ones we've had were like frozen and then reheated and cooked, and they're still way better than the ones in America. And we tried macaroons at the Versailles, and we had the Marie Antoinette. That one's pretty good, but that one is like different flavors of tea and rose and that type of stuff. And then tried lavender and rose. Those ones were okay, not my favorite. I like the salted caramel, the one that Mom got. There was the vanilla. That one tastes pretty good. The orange blossom. That one's okay. That one's okay. And then I tried a crepe, like a street crepe. It was on like a little store,
It's only
like
$5.30.
cart. Yeah, it was really good. It had Nutella, bananas, whipped cream, and caramel. It was so good.
My mom says
And
hi.
I had eclair. That was really good. Just
He says hello, Mom.
the
Mom.
the desserts here are just so good and yummy. Can't wait to try the ones in Rome and in Florence, because they are so good. Like, seriously, all the food here is pretty good. Like, we had the pizza the other night. Those were so good, but they didn't fill me up.
There's a few.
But they're like really good,
And then
and
there's like a family
just
from Idaho,
everywhere
and
is
then
really
there's,
good. I can't wait to try more, and I'll let you know how good it is. I like the Eiffel Tower. That was pretty cool, but I like the Louvre the best so far because it had a lot of the art in it. I wish I got more time to see more of the art, but oh well.
And it's so huge. It would take
It's
6 weeks.
yeah, it would take like 6 weeks just to see all of it since it's so big. And yeah, it has 4 stories. And I just like I like the architecture around here. It's like very ornate and super detailed everywhere. Like even
our
here.
living room. Fancier than our living room.
Yeah. Even in here in the train station, it's way fancy. Everywhere it's just pretty nice and everything, and I like Paris isn't known really. I guess they're known for their architecture. It's more of their art that's more well known. But like Florence and Rome is way well known for their architecture and buildings and stuff and their sculpture. So I'm excited to see all the different types of architecture and the food. Of course, I'm excited to try the different food, and yeah, I am so excited, and yeah.
All right. There you go. There's Alexis's take on Paris.
See ya. Good night. I'll be in Italy when I talk to you next.
Everything because
This is the cathedral of what?
La Scala.
La Scala. This is
is everything
the city
clear?
center of Milan.
Okay, so 5:20.
This is the Mata, which is like the wall in the gallery.
Okay. So from now on, guys, you are deep. Enjoy your time here, lunch, and some shopping.
See if there's a line to get to the top of it.
Don't
Okay.
go to Versace.
Hello, children. It's your mother. So we got up today at like before 3. We met downstairs to have breakfast at like 4, and then by like 5, we were at the train station in Paris, which was gorgeous on the outside, is amazing. And then we boarded our train. I'll sit over here for a second. Boarded our train, headed for Milan, which is in Italy, and that was a 6-hour train ride. So the train station gave our tour guide one ticket for everyone, so one piece of paper for like 40-something people and chaperones, and it just had a list of all the seats for us to sit in. So he said, okay, we're all in car 7, car 8, sit 6 hours, the very last stop, and get off. So we sit, and the next couple stops, people are getting on. They're telling us we're in their seats. We don't know where our seats are because it's on a list of paper that our tour guide has, and everyone's having this problem at once, so he's running back and forth between cars, and we're just sitting there like, this is early. We ate breakfast at like midnight, basically, and whatever. So by this time, the cars are like full, and if we get up to move, we don't have anywhere else to move to, and we don't have a ticket to show any person that they need to move because we don't know where we're supposed to go sit. So I'm sitting there, and this girl, she's like, you're in my seat, and I said, I'm so sorry, but we don't know where to sit, and our tour guide is in the other car trying to figure out helping other people, and she's like, I don't care, this is my seat. And I just was like, well, I'm sorry, I'm happy to move, but I'm not gonna get up and move until I know where I'm moving to. Also, like, I don't feel comfortable moving or being put in a separate car when I have 2 teenage girls in another country sitting there and not moving with me, and I'm not moving without Jed, so I'm just kind of gonna sit here until I have a place to move to, because I also can't just stand with no seat in the aisle, because then I'm still in people's way, because they have bathrooms on the train and people are going back and forth. Anyway, so I was like, sorry. So she went and sat somewhere for like an hour, and then she came up and tried to complain to the like conductor lady, and the lady starts yelling at me and some other lady, and I just was like, she's like, where's your ticket? I don't have a ticket, ma'am. I need your ticket. You have to have a ticket. Yes. I don't know where I'm supposed to sit. You need to talk to my tour guide. Where is he? I don't know, ma'am. You're the conductor. Do you not know what's going on? Your train station gave him this, and don't yell at me. I'm not moving until I have a seat to move to. I'm sorry. I'm not going to stand up and not sit in a seat. So anyway, I sat there for a while. And then and the other passengers that were in our group were like, yeah, that's smart. Don't move, because we don't know where to move to. So anyway, that was really interesting. Eventually, Alessio came and found us some real seats, and la la la. Eventually, we sat down, and then we stared out the window for hours and hours. But the French countryside is just amazingly gorgeous, green, huge, huge mountains with some of them have snow on the top, and there's just these little hamlets, or they're not called hamlets, I'm sure, like villages, kind of villas or something in French, all like on the hills and all over, and tons of green. Oh, it's so green there. France is very beautiful, very beautiful. And then we eventually came into Italy, and Italy was suddenly like pretty flat in that area, and didn't seem so pretty, like vegetation wise. So far, I feel like France is a little prettier, but and they're both have pretty good food. But again, I've only been here one day. So we went to Milan. The bus we're in is like really nice, but we went to in Milan. There is like it's a fashion capital of the world, and so we seriously saw like the craziest, fanciest mall with all of the top designers. Um, Kids that came in a different group than us from Georgia. There's like 30 some. They're all like these black kids, and they all have beautiful braids and fancy, fancy clothes, and uh, they all went and bought three three different shops at this fancy mall. So I'm thinking they all spent like almost $1,000 shopping there. I was like, you're in high school. How are you affording this? How are your parents affording this? So that was kind of cool to see, though. I mean, it's not my kid, but it's cool to see someone that I kind of know do that. But we drove around some really cool places in Milan, and then ate delicious, delicious pizza. Learned how to say, you know, buongiorno, and they don't say grazie, they say grazia. Like they all have a little on the end of the words. It's really funny to hear. So I say grazia, and they say prego, which I thought was sauce, but it means like you're welcome or this is for you. So there's an absolutely stunning, amazing cathedral, which is a church, giant, huge church, and it's called the Duomo di Milano, and that's one that I've sent like a video. No, yes, video of the inside. There's a lot of pictures I'll send you guys because it is so crazy. It took 600 years to build, and it's all made out of marble, and thousands of statues of all the different saints and popes and Jesus and all sorts of things, and they're life size, all up and down the spires, on the outside, on the inside. The Catholic Church is rich, very, very rich. But so we got to go on a tour on the roof. We went on the roof, and the roof has different levels, and we were up and down and all around looking at the gargoyles and things. And then we went down into the cathedral inside, and Athena had shorts on, and they were too short, they said, so they made her wear this like jacket thing that like covered to her knees and everything because that's appropriate. And the cardinals of the church were buried in this cathedral, and they have their bodies there, like encased. One of them's encased in glass, so you can kind of see him, but he has like a mask. And then another one is just, or a couple others are just really ornate boxes on display where they are laid to rest. So that was crazy. Then we went to eat. We had some Milanese food, which is, what is it called? It's fancy rice. And then we had some veal, which Alexis thinks is chicken. So don't tell her it's not because she will cry. So this is our room for just tonight because tomorrow we're going to Florence. So this, I think it's a handicap bathroom, but so it's really huge. So they've got a toilet, and their toilets are different than they are in France. So, well, this one is a kind of regular, but in Italy, they have like a pedal at the bottom for your shoe, and you push it with your shoe to flush, which is a brilliant idea. And they have rolls of toilet paper or the Kleenex kind of toilet paper, and they have paper towels because France did not have paper towels. It was all like air dry. It was awful. So they all had these little ropes. They instructed the kids, don't pull them. If you pull this in the shower, then the workers will come and help you. It's emergency only. So fancy, has the toilet and the bidet. So you pee or whatever, and then you turn on the thing and you wash yourself in there. Very European. So this is like way bigger already than our last one. And then, so yeah, we're only here one night, and I have no idea what our next hotel will be like. But we will. Yeah, there's no view out here, see? Nah, just a highway. So anyway, that has been our one day in Italy. It's been beautiful, but long, because I mean, I have been up for a million hours since before 3 in the morning. And that explains why I look so tired in my pictures. I'm smiling because it's so awesome, but I'm like, I look like death. So anyway, maybe I'll sleep a little because we're leaving by 8 tomorrow. So that's like, we're sleeping in.
Your guys' voice changers are funny.
You guys are the cutest kids in the world. And I've seen kids in different countries.
Mom says you're the cutest in the world. Good night, good morning. We're leaving Florence today.
No.
We are leaving Milan today, and we're going to Florence. I don't know if we sent pictures of Milan, but we've seen the biggest cathedral, second biggest cathedral in Italy. I don't remember what it was, but it was a giant cathedral. Anyway,
The top 3.
you can look it up if you want. It's called the Milan Cathedral, or Milan
I
Duomo.
think I sent
See ya.
Grandma. Hey, I sent Grandma a link in her text message that shows a video that I took of it.
Cohen?
How do you like this for my voice? Should I keep this voice forever?
How about me? How about me?
Anyway.
I love you guys. I hope you have fun at swim lessons and hanging out with your cousin and doing whatever.
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. I hope you have fun doing nothing. We'll be home in a few more days.
Woohoo!
Today's Friday? Today's Saturday.
I don't know.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Only like 4 more days. Peace. Love ya.
Good evening. Buenas noches. Bambinos. Speaking Italian. So we are now in Florence. We spent the day in Florence. Oh my gosh. Love Florence. Freaking amazing. This is our hotel really quick before I go on and on. Let me flip this around. So we walk in. This is like a little old building. Look at how me and Daddy have to sleep. We get our own beds. Got a little television. This is kind of a modern room. Every room is different here, but so this is the window. And I love the windows in. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I just did. That was terrifying. Okay. I will not show you that yet. I'll have to talk about that later. Okay. So, I think this one's open. Oh no, okay, yeah, okay. It's off the hinge. Got it. So, anyway, so we rode for 5 hours on the bus from Milan this morning, from Milano to Florence, and we say Florence, but in Italian it's Firenze, like Firenze from Harry Potter. Don't mind me, I have lots of sets. Firenze, or Firenze, that's how you say Florence, and it is a pedestrian city. So we went on the bus until we got to the Arona River. So it was built upon the river, and you can see all these rolling hills. It's in Tuscany, and so there's these rolling hills all over with like chateaus and little villas nestled in the rolling hills. It's gorgeous. And then they have their gardens and their grape vines, just rows. Oh, so pretty. So it was built on the river, and so they have these beautiful bridges and people sunbathing next to the river because it's hot. It's been really hot today. And we got off the bus, and there was a real artist sitting there and just painting next to the river, just like you think what you would see is a real thing. It's great. I was like, what? And then we walked from them where they dropped us off because there's no way a bus could go in Florence. Gosh, that's so funny. Just tall buildings, row after row. It's like a circle, and they have all these alleys this way and that way, and just walking only. Bikes a car once in a while, but oh my gosh. So, and there's shops on the bottom, and then people live on the top floors up. There is the Duomo in the very center, is very famous because it has a dome. So it's a cathedral that has a big dome in the very center, and it has 0 columns or anything holding it up. It was made, we don't know how, because the architect and builder spent many years building it, and then he didn't want anyone to copy him, so he destroyed all the plans and measurements of everything he used to build it so that no one else could copy. The outside, I'll send pictures later, but you guys, it's so pretty. It has 3 different colors of marble all over it. It has across the little street, is called the Baptistry, which the patron saint is John the Baptist, and so they have like St. John days, St. John's feast coming up in a couple weeks where he's the patron saint, so they celebrate John the Baptist, and they have these very special doors that are made out of gold, depicting different things in the Bible, and they're called the Doors to Paradise. So that was really cool. In the very center, off just down a couple streets over, is a big, huge, like a castle, a palace. It's not very fancy, but that was where the Medicis lived and ruled, and they're a very, very famous Italian family with a lot of power. They're very shrewd and very violent. One of their daughters, Catherine de' Medici, she married the King of France, and they were very wealthy, and they had some beautiful gardens. So we walked all through the city. We went around the Duomo, then we walked to, there's part of the city that is from the Middle Ages that people still like live in and use, and all the buildings like touch each other. It's crazy. So we went through all these different things from Dante. He was like a saint that got kicked out of Florence because he was kind of radical for the time, and so we went to where he lived, and then we saw where Leonardo's buried. There's some museums in there that we didn't get to see. We got to see how they make leather, because Florence is very, very well known for their leather. They're leather artisans, and that was really cool to learn about because they have food, art, and leather. That's what they love. So anyway, we saw a lot of cool stuff. Beautiful, beautiful things. Ate delicious food. One of the places we ate, they tell us to come in, and they give us 3 or 4 different choices of different cheeses, and they tell us which region each cheese comes from, and then they give us samples of different meats and tell us where they come from, and we get to choose which one we want for our sandwich, and then they put it on any bread that they have in there. Is so good. And then I'll show you a video. It is sometime, I don't know when. And then they toast it. Oh, bellissimo. So that was awesome. I really like Milan. Was really cool. Snotty, really uppity, fancy dressed people everywhere. Here, regular people, real Italian, just really like what you think of Italy. That's what Florence is. Tomorrow we're going to Pisa, so gotta go to sleep, gotta shower. Oh my gosh, so sweaty. We're going to Pisa, and then if we have time, we'll come back to Florence, and I'm hoping we have time because I want to go to the gardens, the Boboli Gardens of the Medici family palace. Yes. Anyway, we just had delicious dinner. I gotta go shower. I gotta go sleep because I'm so flippin' tired, but I love it. Love you. I don't know if you guys can hear the birds out here, but it's a glorious morning. This is our hotel lobby. It feels great out here. You can hear birds chirping. It's beautiful. Nice and golden.
Pretty good.
I just want to stay out here. It feels great out here. Oh, it smells good too. Flowers. You see buildings like this everywhere with all the plants hanging out on the terraces. They have orange trees over here, citrus everywhere, alleyways. You see the shutters right here. Those are like screens, and that's like what we have in our room. You open the windows and you can have those closed so that you can get air through, but people can't see in, or you can open them and just have a beautiful morning. So this is pretty typical in the cities to have just apartments everywhere, no houses, and then you get out in the Tuscan hillsides and then you have your big beautiful Tuscan homes. So yeah, this goes on and on and on in every direction. And you just hear the people talking, the birds chirping, these awesome trees. They look like hands to me. And they will squeeze giant buses, like our bus right here. That's not our bus is down there, but this bus will just squeeze through that little thing, like no problem. Totally normal. They'll honk at each other and yell at each other and then move on with their day. It's awesome. Hi Holly, have you fixed your thing yet? I don't know. Oh, there's Elena.
Wait, yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
We are in Rome. We went to Siena today, which is amazing. Oh my gosh, Siena.
What are you doing?
And we went to San Gimignani. San Gimignani. We went to San Gimignani, which was awesome. It's like just a few miles away from where they made Twilight, the second one, when he's going to the Valtteri. Awesome. So I was looking for vampires and I didn't even see any vampires, so whew, it must have been inside or something. But delicious gelato, amazing, like little stores that just looked like tons of wine everywhere and like salami just hanging everywhere. It looks so cool. So it was hot. One of San Gimignani was fine, like it wasn't hot, and then Siena was pretty dang hot. I didn't know anything really about Siena, but the square is shaped kind of like a seashell, and then it goes like one road goes this way, one road goes this way, and it goes like 9 roads from the center in every direction, and it gets wider towards the edge, so it looks like a seashell. And they have like little, like every little slice neighborhood thinks that theirs is the best neighborhood of Siena, and they do little horse races in the middle with a rider, and the rider doesn't get the credit, the horse gets the credit. And it has a very beautiful cathedral. Did it have a Duomo too?
Yes. No, yeah, they did. Remember, it's that big, the one.
Yes. So the Duomo is crazy because it has this fancy Duomo, and then a little, just like kind of a little town. San Gimignani is like a little village. It's like all hill. Everything is a hill here. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm gonna have buns of still. Like hills. And then, well, just go down in the front. Like you got your key for this, for when you locked ours in. Mm-hmm. So then, that's how it is in Siena too. Is like straight up, but Siena is like has fancy stores. San Gimignani has like little mom and pop stores everywhere, and then a torture museum. But Siena has mom and pop stores and like chain stores. It's so funny. So it's a great mixture. Like I recommend anyone that wants to feel like they're in Italy, go to either one of those two, because it is exactly what you think Italy is, where some other places that you go might not be so, you don't feel like you're in Italy. So anyways, got delicious food. We got, oh my gosh, they have Coke here in a bottle, that has coffee mixed with it. We tried it. It smelled like Coke and tasted like Coke first and then coffee. It's a really weird mix, but I get a twofer. Also, I had a cannoli. Cannolis are my favorite, and here they were so good. They kick anybody's butt in the States. They have little pieces of lemon. So good. Anyway, so we've been eating and eating. Our dinner tonight was like disgusting, but I'm a survivor. So I just talked to the front desk and said, hey, where's a good pizza place? And he said, oh, across the street. I was a little nervous because drivers here are like they have no brains. They just drive zip, zip, zip around, and they almost like ran into our bus. Hi, our bus is way bigger than you and you're in a smart car. Anyway, so I was a little nervous, but I went over and got myself some delicious pizza because I just do what I do, get my food. Anyway, I'm so tired and I gotta wake up early. But anyways, let me show you. Hold on, I gotta show you this hotel room. Okay. Just okay. We come in. There's our bed. Hello, bathroom. Cute. A bidet and a toilet. Either one. You just go there, wash up there. Then we have a balcony, our little private balcony. And it feels so good out here. It's hot inside. But out in the distance, we can see this view. If we, oh, okay, I'm zooming. Sorry, I'm trying. Oh no. There is a city up here, and in the daytime, it is really cool looking. And now we get to see it at night. And it won't zoom. Zoom. Oh, it zoomed. It's super zoomed. It's right there. City on the hill. There's a pool over there. It's awesome. Anyways. So tomorrow I gotta wake up and go to Rome. We gotta see the Colosseum, the Pantheon, the...
Better see the Castlevania.
We're going to the Vatican! I won't see the Pope! I gotta see the Pope!
Will we,
I don't know.
will we really see the Pope?
We won't see the Pope. We'll see St. Peter's Basilica.
I'll never wash this hand again.
I forget what those are.
I'm planning to sneak around
Yeah.
and find the Pope
So what's the basilica?
in his library.
That's the church.
And then they'll chop off my hand because that was not allowed. I'm not worthy. And then I will just come home with a nub. Worth it!